Hello everybody and welcome back to Civ House. I'm Rob and today we're going to be taking a look at Bulgaria. Yes, the new Exploration Age civilization getting added to Civ 7, and I'm excited because we're going to be taking a look at the 3 leaders that we here at Civ House think that you guys should be using with Bulgaria. But before we dive in, make sure that you like if you find this content to be helpful, or if you think that it was enjoyable, or maybe both. That would be great. Or, well, and I should say, make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss out on any Civilization 7 content that we have coming out here on an almost daily basis. Now, here's what I'm going to say. I understand, obviously, that this is an exploration civ. You may be playing as another leader, and you may start in the Antiquity Age and then decide, well, maybe I do want to go to Bulgaria as my next civilization. As a reminder, this civ does unlock Russia, I believe, in the modern age as well. And, there's a lot of leaders, actually, that really can work well with Bulgaria. Let's take a quick look at kind of what Bulgaria does. You're getting food from towns when you're pillaging improvements equal to percentage of the HP or the yields gained, which is great. Your combat units receive, I believe it's -3 combat strength against medieval walls. Specifically, this civilization is for militaristic and expansionist players. So another one that can kind of combat Mongolia specifically, I think. You've got the different civics here, which I think are pretty good overall, especially that hidden fortress, which is going to be very good, excuse me, to say the least. And then you have the different units here. You have a unique commander, which, units in its command radius can pillage for no movement cost. And then you have the Boyar, which is the unique cavalry unit, which ignores rough terrain penalties and has increased combat strength on rough terrain. And then there's an associated wonder that you can get as well. The hidden fortress also is a really cool fortress that gives you increased strength, and it gives your units stealth if they are in it. So a very, very, very cool and unique civ that is going to see you going out there and trying to attack and harass your enemies. You can take settlements as well with this civilization, without a doubt, but you're going to get more from kind of your raids more than anything else, and then taking towns overall, I think can be helpful, but you're going to want to stay away from the cities in the places that are better fortified. So you're going to be kind of fighting more on the outskirts, and then this civ can play very well defensively as well, which we will be talking about here as I go through the leaders that we're going to be, discussing to begin. And I want to give a quick shout out. There are 2 leaders. Make sure, these are all closed. Okay, I like to come to the fandom here because I think it's really good. There are 2 leaders that I want to give a quick shout out to, who we are not going to end up discussing, but ones that I think could work if you needed to. Real quickly to Napoleon Revolutionary, just because you're getting that +1 movement. If you look at the what is it? Here we go. The Tarkhan unit, you get the more movement than a normal commander unit. So you can pack up your units and be able to move them across land much more quickly with your commander. You're getting basically +2 speed, +2 movement from these 2. So pretty wild, pretty crazy, and I think it would be really good. And then obviously you're getting culture equal to 50% of the enemy units' combat strength as well. So one of the ones that I think would work very well with Napoleon Revolutionary. The other one is Pachacuti. Thank you to the person in the comments who reminded me how to say this name, because I kept calling him Pakacuti instead of Pachacuti. Anyways, you're getting mountain bonuses. I felt like that worked really well with, which one is it? I think it's the Zarstvive? I don't know. I don't remember. Sorry. we're working on how to save things in this game with all the different new unique civics and things that are used from these areas. But your Hidden Fortress improvement does get increased culture for each adjacent mountain tile. You could basically make those fortresses impenetrable and just culture machines along with a few other things as well. So I wanted to give these two a quick shout out. They're not the best, but I think they are worth noting. Now though, we are going to head into our top 3 leaders. And we are going to start with one that I think a lot of people are going to like, and one that's a pretty popular leader to be playing, especially in Antiquity right now. And yes, it's going to be Harriet Tubman. Just a really fun and interesting leader, and one that's, again, very good at espionage, obviously, and defensive wars. You're getting that influence, which I think can be great, obviously, but you're getting that war support, and along with this, you are getting units ignoring movement penalties from vegetation. Now, look, if I'm being honest with you, she's pretty close to being, I think, similarly used as Napoleon Revolutionary, but I think the movement penalties that you are getting pretty much taken out from vegetation and that you are getting from rough terrain makes it so that you can be using, those boyar units, those cavalry units, and just running like crazy all over the place. You're able to get in and out of the battles like you would like to. You're not getting bogged down very much at all, and you're getting that insane war support to start the game, so or to start each war. So you're already getting stronger. You're going to be able to take and stack some of those hit and go methods, and then if you do happen to be up against maybe a stronger military, as I talked about with the Hidden Fortress, right, you're going to be able to kind of, batten down the hatches and really, defend yourself. And having a Hidden Fortress, in the vegetated and, just generally rough terrain areas around Harriet Tubman, it's just going to make things even better. And I think it just makes her a very strong and interesting choice for Bulgaria. And that's why she's going to be there at number 3. But let's move on to number 2. And it's going to be the cavalryman himself, Charlemagne. You're getting military and science buildings, receiving that happiness adjacency for quarters, which I think is great, obviously, and will be nice with Bulgaria as well. But here's the big one. You're gaining 2 cavalry units once cavalry is unlocked, which you will obviously have by the time you get to this age. And when it's entering a celebration, which you'll be getting from all the happiness already, and you're getting +5 cavalry strength for your units, combat strength for your cavalry units, during a celebration. Look, when you're trying to play as a cavalry-specific military, civilization, choosing Charlemagne is almost never the wrong way to go, because you can just stack all that happiness and you can just start having celebration after celebration after celebration, and being able to have those, going on consistently can allow you to really build out your military without necessarily having to spend a lot of money or production on doing so. Obviously, it's only 2 cavalry units, but it's that +5 combat strength that really helps, especially considering the fact that you're getting -3. I think we have it here. Are they showing it? Yeah, here we go. So -3 combat strength against districts with medieval walls. So, when you're in that celebration, you may not be getting the full effect of this, but you'll be getting at least the +2 at this point, which is still going to be good. It's still going to allow you as well to overcome kind of that inability to take cities. And it just makes Charlemagne such a great and easy choice, in my opinion. Okay. We are on to number 1, the best choice that I was able to find, and the one that I think a lot of people are not going to be surprised by, is going to be Xerxes, King of Kings. The whole point of Xerxes, King of Kings, is to just keep going, right? To keep being in other people's territories. And that's what's going to happen here with King of Kings. You're getting that +3 combat strength What did we just talk about? You're getting the -3 combat strength for all units against districts in medieval walls. This one is +3 combat strength for any units at all that are attacking or in neutral enemy or that are in neutral or enemy territory. So this is fantastic, right? You're going to start being able to snowball. You have that ability to use those commanders to get in and out of places very quickly. You can pillage while also being on the go. And you're getting this +100 culture and gold per age upon capturing a settlement for the first time. You're going to be wanting to take those towns. After you're done pillaging them and raiding them, you're going to want to go take them anyways. And Xerxes allows you to really hit that spike that you may need in the exploration age. If you're playing your cards right? And you are going through the antiquity age. Things are coming together. You've really built up your army. You know, you've got them in their commanders. You are ready to head through that age transition and come out on the other side, ready to start taking things over on your continent. I think that this can be very, very good. It can help you get those legacy points, right, that you're needing for the military legacy. You're also getting, obviously, the +10% gold in all settlements, which is doubled for settlements that are not founded by you. Well, if you have these commander units, where are they? Sorry. If you have these commander units going and pillaging, you're able to move, you know, your units very quickly, and then you just dump a bunch of cavalry units that can ignore rough terrain. If you have it so you're able to move quickly with that first commander point that you are able to use, then you can just start rummaging through these towns very, very, very quickly. You're also getting the +1 settlement limit, which helps considering you are an expansionist as Bulgaria anyways. So this is just feels like it's a match made in heaven. You know, the ability to be able to defend yourself as well, obviously, is great, even though, you know, these are mostly your +3 combat strengths, you know, is obviously for going on the attack. But there's also different things that can be, you know, be added in here with culture, with the ability to, you know, get this real monastery, which helps you with your relics as well. So there's just a lot of ways where I think that, you know, King of Kings can be really good, and you can kind of just run over games, and you can keep stacking things with that +100 culture and that gold. And the next thing you know, you're into that next stage, and you are just running over some probably poorly defended and a lot of, you know, civs, especially on your home continent, that are going to be looking towards, you know, going into the exploration age and getting those treasure fleets, or just getting across the sea in general. You focus on being at home, and Xerxes, King of Kings, takes care of everything along with Bulgaria. So, as I said before, let me know which leaders you guys like in the comment section below if you think I missed any. I will say that many, and I do mean many, of the expansionist and militaristic leaders are very likely to be able to be used in these situations. Trung Trok is another one that you could consider, obviously, with the +3 promotions, but there's just so many that I really would highly suggest using with Bulgaria. Bulgaria is very flexible within those two, I guess, or within, those two different attributes. So it's pretty good, I think. It may end up being too strong, and I could see it potentially getting nerfed in the future, but yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. But that is going to wrap it up for us on this one. So from our house to yours, thanks for watching, and I hope you'll join us for one more turn.